but I'm in the garage. I was here also yesterday at around the same time, I believe. Um, yeah, so the reason why I'm here again, I'll switch my camera around. So we're back at it with the APC Symmetra UPS. As you can see, I have the back of it taken off, and I have some stuff exposed. Uh, well, you see all the connectors and whatnot, so everything is almost taken apart. Pulled out the modules, the memory or main module, sorry. Um, I think I found the issue with this system. Um, hang on a second. Yeah, so I think I found the issue of the system, and the issue is actually going to be on this tiny board right here. So this is called the not main interface, or sorry, interface board. So basically, the way this works is he pretty much sits inside the UPS about here. So sits somewhere. Oops, sorry, not like that. He sits inside there like this, something like that. And this is the back plane. These are the two connectors for these memory, or sorry, I won't say memory. Those intelligence modules. You can see the connector there on the back. It basically connects here. And what was happening, as a recap for those who don't know, this guy was complaining that the input circuit breaker was open. Now that I can show you maybe better. So I put the tray back because I know the tray wasn't the problem. Everything's falling apart in my garage. So, it was complaining that this circuit breaker was open. Now, I tested everything. Key is not the problem. I even pulled this out again to test it, and everything is okay on there, like I thought. Now, my troubleshooting led me back to this, and I actually had taken this out yesterday, and I had to resolder all of these pins here because they were not soldered properly. So now they're all soldered nice and nice. A couple of them that I put maybe a bit too much solder, but point is it's done, it's fixed. So that's all taken care of. Some of them are not soldered because there's no traces there. And as you can see maybe by here, I had to add in some jumpers now. This is the second time around because the contactor that tells this main unit whether or not the circuit breaker is open is between these two pins here. So when I was checking continuity on some of these traces, this was open, or at least I think it was this one. Anyways, one of these two were open. So, and this is the result of it. So this is the fixed, or the repair, I should say, there and there. So I'll reattach the connections because if you look carefully at the PCB, I don't think I can show you, or at least not easy to tell. If you look at the PCB very closely, you see those marks, those like dark marks here, like there, and here behind where it says USA. So that's actually the trace in between the board, um, like exploded or something. So the connections are broken, and the traces were broken. So that's what I had to do, and I only found this out after the second time when I pulled it out again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead now, put it back in, and then test it. Yeah, I have it unplugged from the wall, so I'm gonna go ahead put this back in, and I'm gonna test and see what the story is with him. So I'm gonna do the same thing pretty much like I did yesterday. So I just put the phone here so you can watch. So this board, this interface module that APC likes to call it. This is gonna go back inside the Symmetra, and we're gonna shoot back together. And hopefully I don't see anything bad happen. Um, yeah, someone says hello. I can't even see this. Hang on, sorry, because I have no room to move around here. Shanyaz. Shanyaz says hello. Hello. How are you? From wherever you are from. So my greetings to you. So I'm gonna put this back in here now. So this is gonna go in now. Yeah, this is gonna go in. And I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna stuff it in there. Yeah, like that. Because I need to put them back. Hey, someone gave me $1. Thank you. Thank you to Shania. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are there, but thank you for the tip. $1. That's very generous of you. That's actually the first time that's ever happened to me. So yeah, like I said, maybe I can show you guys if you're still there. So this is the UPS that I'm working on here, and as you can see, the entire backplane of it is disconnected, and I ripped everything out. So now I'm putting everything back together. I really wish I had something to show you like better, or actually, you know what? Let me see if I can hold you here. Hang on. Sorry, I'm gonna just set this up, making sure you can possibly see what I'm doing. This is really nothing. I'm sorry. So let's see. Can I do this? Not doing this for a block, damn it. I'll block my camera. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can set this up so you guys can see maybe more what I'm up to. Sorry. I'm sorry, this is not professional. I usually don't do this. It's like really the third time now that I do this, so please bear with me. So let's see what. Alright, will this work? This will work, but I won't be able to see your comments for a bit. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. So I'm gonna be putting back this card. I'm gonna check the comments in a bit. But yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, again, I appreciate that. Whoever, Shanyaz, or sorry, I can't pronounce your name properly, but to that person, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. It's the first time that happens to me. So we're gonna take this screwdriver. We're gonna take the screw, and we're gonna screw them all back together on this back plane here. If I can get the holes lined up. So we're going to get the hose lined up here, just by doing this, screwing the screws in. These are pretty long screws, so I'm not going to tighten them down all the way yet. We're going to take the other screw, and we're going to tighten it down like this. There we go. So that's back in. We're going to take number 3, because this is the third screwdriver. It's the third screwdriver. Let's see if I can get it in. Yeah. Got it. Got it. Yeah, got it. That's it. Okay, so now I'm out of shape. If you couldn't tell. So we're gonna get the last screw in. Only problem with him, or at least this one, is just like this butterfly. Not quite sure what this is exactly. Some sort of keeper, I guess. I don't know. I'm not entirely certain. Let's see if we can get him on there. Let's see if we can keep him on there. You know what? I'm gonna have to. Let me get a pair of pliers, because I need to fix it. So I have my pair of pliers here. Snip, snip, snip. Snip, snip, snip. Yeah, snip, snip, snip. Now we're gonna just take the pliers, hold them down while actually I'm gonna do it like this while I screw them, because there's this like a flywheel but some sort of like butterfly on the screw, and I want them to get turned in a bit. Oops. I can get it turned in. Yeah, here we go. So, this will take a moment as I fix this. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there we go. Ah, going in, going in. Yeah, it's just taking a bit of time. Yeah, so he should be really. Yeah, so I think this is much better. Yeah. I think it's a little worse for the actually. Oops. I guess if anybody's writing comments, I will check that in a moment because I don't see them right now. My phone's blocking them a bit actually. So here we go. We have a pair of, I don't even know what brand this is, but like pliers. So we'll put that there. Put this one back in place correctly. I need that plastic insulator. Where did he go? What have I done? Shoot, where did I put that plastic insulator? Oh, here it is. Ah, here it is. There's a little plastic insulator that can come with it. Oh, sorry, I should put it back like this. Okay. Here you go. That's the screw for you. So press that now. Now we're going to screw it in. Can't see anything really. This angle. Ah, there we go. Yeah, got it. Got it, got it, got it. Got it. Now we're going to tighten the board. Like that. Like that. Like that. And like this. Like that. Another thing, stop complaining about. Working on this stuff is a pain in the butt. If ever you guys are working on one of these, I'm not sure how the new units look like, or at least how you're supposed to deal with them when there's problems. But on this 20-year-old Symmetra, this is what you have to do to fix it. So now I'm gonna reconnect a couple of things. I'm gonna push back. I'm gonna push back in. Yeah, like that. Just push them back in. The main modules. Those are gonna go back in like so. Like that. Same thing for the redundant module. Like so. Alright, so the two main modules, sorry, I almost say memory modules. The intelligence modules are back now. So they're in the front. Now I'm going to reconnect some wires that are here in the back. This is the Symmetra screen. So that's how the Symmetra screen looks like. Let me see. These have to go back in first. The black one here, at least this one has to go in first. black one's on there. Yeah. The black one is reconnected properly. And now this is the other yellow one. He has to go in there like so. Yeah. So he's in there also properly. Okay, so the two of them are in there properly. Now it's time to make some connections. So we're going to put him here. This goes here. Like so. And there's the markings for pin 1. And maybe this. Yeah, that. There you go. So here, that's him. He has to go in there also. But before he goes in, I have to put this one in. So let's see if I can hold this a bit closer. Yep, he's connected. Funny enough, with these APC units, if you don't plug in the COM card on the back, your screen won't work. So, according to the architecture that I understood of this UPS system and similar Symmetra systems, if the COM card here in the back is not plugged in, then the screen that you just saw a minute ago won't come on. So in order for the screen to work, you need the COM card installed. So important thing, if ever you buy, because I actually bought this UPS and it did not come with the screen, believe it or not. The front face is missing completely. There's no front face on this thing. And I only realized after the fact that I needed this stupid COM card in order for the screen to come on. Otherwise the screen doesn't come on. So you can thank the engineers at APC for designing that. I should say actually Schneider Electric, because it's no longer APC. I think the name is called Schneider Electric. Those are the guys that are designing these things now. And handling support stuff and whatnot. I don't even know if this thing is still supported. That's the only thing. There's a good chance that this thing is end of life. And I've been the life of it a very long time ago, so let me see. Now I'm gonna connect. I'm sorry I'm blocking the camera. I'm just gonna connect this guy here. Like so. It goes there. Now I need this one. It goes in there. Like so. Oops. Yeah, like so. Like so. And one more cable, plug in, and that's this guy himself. And this cable, that's where you have the monitor for the pins, or sorry, for the where you have the monitor for the darn okay, so I'm gonna leave this down here like this. But guess what? We're gonna power this thing on and you guys are gonna see it firsthand. So everything is connected temporarily correctly. I'm gonna plug them into the wall. I'm gonna grab my screen. I'm gonna plug them in here. And the thing should not complain anymore about the input circuit breaker being open. I'm just gonna go in the back here and I'm gonna plug it in. Alright, so, and also what's important, this is a 12 kVA model. There's a selector switch in the back for the input, the line's input, or the mains input I should say, sorry. And you want to make sure you have that on the correct side, because if you don't have it on the correct side, apparently that also might give you that error message you see on the screen here. So in my case, I have the switch set down, so I have it flipped down. If you flip it the other way, that's for a different configuration. So just has to be in the right order, or sorry, it has to be in the right position. So now I will turn on the input circuit breaker. Okay, it's turning on. So now the Symmetra is turning on. We're gonna see if we get that stupid input circuit breaker nonsense. Hey, it's gone! Son of a gun. Redundant intelligence. Okay, press end up faultless. Guys, I think I actually solved the freaking problem. I can't believe it. I kid you not, I actually think I solved the problem. It's working. It's actually working. Let me show you guys. Freaking finally solved this. Okay, so John Doe, whoever the heck you are. Yeah, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you tip me a little something, John Doe, instead of saying if camera was the other way, I could see what he's doing. I would like a little tip, you know, so. Anyways, I fixed it. Finally fixed it. I can't believe it. So, if you look here, there's no more faults. No more faults. The faults are cleared. It's good. Modules are running. This thing, I fixed the Symmetra APC UPS. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And it's actually it's working. It's working absolutely the way it should. 242 volts in. Okay, and yeah, that my batteries are dead. I guess I have to charge, unfortunately. I don't know if this thing's gonna charge. That's the only thing. I'm not sure, because I think my batteries are pretty dead. So maybe it might charge them. But I fixed the freaking UPS, man. This thing, ever since I got it, it had this freaking problem. And I bet you anything they shot this, or they threw it out because it had this problem. I couldn't figure out why. So I got this thing finally to work. We're gonna see if it's gonna try actually charging these batteries. I have no idea, because everything is connected. Yeah, it's actually working. It's actually working, this thing. I cannot believe it. I fixed the frickin' Symmetra UPS. Now there's only one problem left that I have to deal with. If you look here, and I don't want to touch this because it's live, one of the lugs broke, unfortunately. So this is the screw right here. So I was tightening it down, and not even with an impact, just by hand. And whoops, thread snapped. So that's going to be a separate adventure, trying to figure out, because I don't want to replace this entire thing just for that stupid piece. Worst case, I'm going to weld it. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do, because I don't have really any other choice. Or if not, I might have to rip out the tray again, put a new bolt, or put a new bolt in, and figure out something like that. I'm not sure. So, but it is working correctly now. There's no more errors. I actually finally freaking figured out the error codes. So now it's no longer complaining about errors. No more input circuit breaker open. So what is really that card? That's so stupid, man. That really is stupid. I don't know who the hell designed that card, but it's a proof of concept for you that this thing is working now. So another piece of machinery fixed. Yeah. So yeah, he's fixed. This problem, man, I tell you something. This costed me hours of troubleshooting, and then I finally figured out what the heck it was. And it was this stupid interface card here in the back that was causing all these issues. So the good news is I fixed it. And the bad news is I just have to fix that now. Otherwise, the CPS is actually working. So let me I'm gonna put you guys here like this. Again, you may or may not see what I'm up to. Here you go. So you may or may not see what I'm up to. I'm gonna scroll through the menu here. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy it's fixed. So this is a piece of wire that I actually don't even need. Piece of wire that I was using to test something. I don't even need it. So I'll put him back. Yeah, so good news. Yeah, very good news. The UPS is fixed. That was a challenge, man. This thing really put up a fight. I'll tell you that much. Since the day I got it, it put up a fight. Since the day I freaking got it, man, it put up a fight. And I'll say it put up a darn good fight. Let me just see. I want to see what it's reading in terms of statuses from the other, like, modules. Status. Yeah, so Symmetra RM12 kVA. Yeah, that's it. So 242 volts, single phase, which is coming in from my sub panel. So that's correct. I don't have, so 60 hertz coming in, whatever 60 hertz going out. Aha, okay, here you go. So yeah, my batteries are a little bit low, needless to say. And I think it's gonna try charging it. I'm not sure. So instead of having 120 volts, it's reading about 40 volts. So I don't even have to pull the trays out and measure because that's what I'm gonna get. So it's reading about 40 volts for the batteries, but it's not good. It has to be a lot more than that. So yeah, here we go. So capacity 16 kilovolt amperes. That's the entire chassis. We have 2 power modules. Yeah, it's not complaining about any of those. Self-test, last none, status, UPS is off. It says it can't find the remote intelligence module. Wait a minute. The intelligence module is there. Why is it complaining about the remote intelligence module? This is the remote intelligence module. Maybe if I just reseat this might go away. I'm complaining about this freaking module for some reason. Complaining about the remote. Let's see. See. This is redundant. Okay, I think we got it now. It takes a second. Yeah, the batteries are charging. Okay, so the log is empty. Okay, so we're gonna plug in this remote. There you go. Okay, so the redundant intelligence module was reinserted. It was complaining about it for some reason. So we're gonna see what this is gonna say. Every time you pull in out and pull in, pull out on these modules, it takes a second for the system to come back on, or to at least wake up properly once again. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna go to status. Give him a second, he's still loading. Still loading. It's behind a bit, so I'm gonna keep them. It's loading now. I pulled out the redundant module and I put it back. Yeah, there you go. So status. You're gonna show up, or you're gonna just be confused. I'm gonna sit, I think, on the floor while I look at this. I'm gonna sit on the floor while I look at the screen. Lovely. So these power modules, they whack a pretty punch. Each one is rated at like 20 amps. Yeah. I have 2 of them installed, but I cannot afford. I will, if I really wanted to. Yeah, if I really wanted to, I can have 4 installed. Okay, so for some reason he's being a bit buggy. I'm not sure why. Let me just I'm gonna restart it. Yeah, I restarted because I think it's buggy for some reason. But the good news is there's no more errors. Yeah, the good news is no more fault. Restart. Something with this redundant one, I think, I don't know. I think there might be something wrong with this stupid redundant module. Oh, sure. Let's turn them on again. Okay. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the redundant intelligence module actually, because for some reason it doesn't like it. Not sure why. Yeah, that's interesting. So we're gonna go status. See, as soon as I remove it, all back to normal. Yeah, 41.3. So we got remote, whatever, okay. Something else to fix now. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do control. Now I'm gonna turn it on. Start now, yeah. I'll probably complain that the batteries are too low. Yeah, less than, okay, start now, yeah. Cut off for bypass, start, yeah. Let's see if it turns on. Takes a second, I guess. waiting for it to turn on. The chance it won't turn on because I think the batteries are too low. So it has to charge. As I suspect. I don't think it's going to turn on because the batteries are too low. And the air is gone. That's good. It's very good. Yeah. .4. Batteries are charging, but it's going to take a long time. They're less than half the capacity that they should be. Yeah. Yeah, so the batteries are pretty low, and I'm not sure if it's charging them, to be honest with you. I think it is. I think it's charging the batteries. I think the problem is if I don't get it to charge, like if I can't get these batteries up and running, how am I expected? How does it expect to charge them? I'm pretty certain this will charge them. It doesn't make sense otherwise, in my opinion. You use the UPS, the batteries are going to go low. Yeah, when you have the power come back, of course you're going to want to charge it up. Unless otherwise it's not meant to be used like that, I don't know. I highly doubt it. Yeah, because UPS is off. It is showing like the correct stuff. As his battery discharged. Yeah. So it says okay, so it sees the power modules. So it says mainframe module R2 level 2 from the top. It says not installed, not installed, not installed. So it thinks all the batteries are not there, not installed. So it thinks there's no batteries installed. Although there are. Just think, because I had this problem before. If the batteries are too low, I know that will cause some problems. And the thing is, it should be able to charge them, in my opinion. Yeah, it's reading 0 everywhere. Bunch of zeros. Bunch of freaking zeros. Well, I'm gonna leave it plugged in. I'm gonna see if it charges these batteries. I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think it can charge these batteries. And this doesn't make sense, because if you use the UPS and you're charging the batteries and whatever, you're using it, right? It should be able to recharge the batteries. Because as it is right now, I don't know if it's charging. I don't think it's charging these batteries. I'm gonna leave it plugged in. I'm gonna see what it does. I'm gonna have to come back in a bit to see what it's doing. So, I think I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Oops. Sitting on the floor like a fool. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. So I'm gonna definitely put him back in place. Alright guys, so trucking is here. Hello. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. So I fixed the fault on the UPS. The fault is gone, but now I have to deal with the batteries, because the batteries are completely discharged. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that, if there's any way I can tell it to charge it. So I'm gonna do some Google fooing and looking that up. Otherwise, I'm gonna leave it here. Yeah, it's about an hour. I think it's true enough. So, if anything, you guys, like I said yesterday, like, comment, subscribe, and if ever you find this interesting, I mean, yeah, let me know. But we're gonna leave it at that for today. I solved the issue with the alarm, so the alarm is gone. Now it's just a matter of getting the batteries working again. So I might have to put new batteries in this thing, and I always had the fear of doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. So I'll keep you guys posted, and yeah, I'll let you know. So, but until then, stay safe and catch you on the next one. All right, guys, take care.